Yeah. And you've got to have cold beer around here.
Cold beer. In this episode of Adventures of an Old Seadog, get myself a new beer cooler, make a hole in the boat, make a tear in the cover of my life raft, make a complete mess of everything, and have a few wets with some new friends. My boat White Shadow and I are here in New Zealand, at last able to do work and start to replace things that need to be replaced. One of them is this, the bimini cover. It's had its day. This could well be the last time this cover is on this boat. She's done her job, but I think it's now time to pay the money and get something that is going to last, because that certainly won't last another season. One downside of taking bits of your boat off, taking the boat apart, is the mess that it makes and the complete chaos on board. But this job had to be done, and New Zealand was the place to do it. Also thinking of getting the main sail cover replaced. Not sure if I'm going to continue today like this on the deck. Going to have a general tidy up, possibly go down below and do some editing. But it's not all work. Had a gentleman called Mike, who's one of my patrons, turn up at the boat the other day. So nice to meet him. First time I've ever met a patron face to face. And I have to thank my patrons so much, for without them this refit wouldn't be possible. In the meantime, had to make a makeshift cover where the bimini was, because the weather was so bad, keep the rain out, and the mess on board continued. Also, as did the work on the deck. More grinding, more scraping, more painting. Getting down to the filler, you can see there, that's all filler, hard as a rock. The idea was to fill up, then ferre it off, and then paint. And it did need quite a bit of filler on various parts of the deck. Here you can actually see the level of the original finish down to where I've started to fill. Quite a gap. And for the job I was using this stuff, I'm not sponsored or anything, but this is the stuff I used, International Epifill. Although the large packaging it comes in makes you think you're getting more than you actually are. Here's a little tip for cleaning up. On your scrapers when you finish, just let the stuff go hard. It's easier to clean it this way. You just then bend the scraper and you'll find that it cracks off like that. It's the best way I found of cleaning a filler off your tools. And still no news on the new anchor windlass. The old one is off. Some of the repairs are done down the side here and worked pretty good. That's fine, as have the repairs down here on one of the portholes, which was badly rusted. Have to keep the plastic coverings over things like that because the weather's not too good. A lot of rain, which of course affects the work. So I'm having to prioritize things due to the weather. Can't do the work on the deck on a day like this, so it's down below. When I bought the boat, I inherited a lot of spare parts, which is always good when you buy a boat. Impellers, bulbs, all kinds of stuff, including this strange doohickey down here. Since it's raining outside, I thought I'd do a few jobs on the inside of the boat. This is looking into the bilge, and there is the top of a little unit, and that doohickey belongs in there. And the other side of it comes out down here. What it is a speed log. That's a paddle wheel. That's the same as the one up in the boat. That one's broken though. You can see it's completely broken through there. There's a little sensor in there, well, a piece of metal, when there's a sensor in here, and as it goes round, as it's supposed to do, it measures the boat speed through the water. But that one's completely had it. Just getting back in the boat, and you can actually see the water that's still on the deck. It was raining a lot last night, first rain we've had for 40 days. And now back in the boat, what I've got to do is remove that. Obviously it's better done when the boat's not in the water. I managed to get the camera down there. I have no idea how this is going to go, because I've never done one of these before. I'm assuming you do that. You see, right about now, water will be gushing into the boat. There is an O-ring on it there, look. And, I thought I could see through the bottom of the boat, but I can't. There's actually something else inside. I suppose I turn the camera off and work out what that is. I don't know. I'm sure I know what it is, but I don't know how I'm going to get it out. Okay.
Yes, maybe I should have watched a YouTube video that tells you how to do it. There's bound to be one up there somewhere.
That bit that was in the hole should still be attached to this casing. This part is the sensor. As you can see, the whole thing is cracked and the end of it is still stuck down the hole. So it's pretty good that I decided to have a look and see what. I thought it was just the thing seized, but no, it's broken. Got to be replaced, got to send for a new part. Sort of getting into a routine. The upheaval on a boat when you're doing this kind of work is enormous. Everything is out of its normal place. There's stuff everywhere. It's a bit like redecorating or even building a house and living in it at the same time. I'm working on the boat, but it's also my home. So there's dust and dirt everywhere. It's horrible. I got the coffee this morning, cracking on, trying to keep motivated, get the job done. The weather's been hot, too hot to work on the deck. Today is perfect. It's overcast but warm. So I'm going to put some paint on the deck this morning, seal up the filler. So that'll be a big job, the biggest job I've done so far. Got to paint down here. I've sealed up the cracks in the deck, which is by the helm. That's ready for painting over now. Whoa, and it's half an hour later. And we got some serious clouds coming over the top of us now. And I'm about to paint some of this deck. The idea is to paint over the filler and seal the deck up. This paint is hideously expensive, 2-part paint. It's epoxy paint. But then, spots of rain on the boat. Trying to make a decision whether to paint or not. Some friends of mine said to me just now, oh, there's some rain due this afternoon. And I'm just about to mix this stuff, because once you've mixed it, you've got to use it because it goes off. And it's hideously expensive. And then it's just started to rain, so I'm putting the lids back on this stuff here and think of another job to do today. I might just do nothing, take a day off. I could always do some editing, I suppose. Yes, this is life on the hard. This is the way it is. Somebody was throwing out these excellent sail bags. I mean, top quality stuff. I thought, what could I use those for? The life raft. It's under there somewhere and it needs to be tested again. I need to get it out and check it's okay. And the cover for it is it's as bad as the mainsail, let me tell you. Look at this. It's just falling to bits. So yes, this actually was the dinghy cover for Baby Shaddy. I put that tape on just to seal up the zip, which is a rip zip. It rips open when you pull the cord, which is just under here, just so it didn't get caught on anything. And yes, a bit moldy looking. Okay. Cost me a fortune to have this thing retested, but I think I need to replace it. And where the life raft was is the corner of the boat, which I haven't seen for quite a while. There's a little bit of rust down there and a few spots up here, but there's some dirt, so we're going to have a look at that. Done some maintenance on my famous double sheet system here, with the 2 sheets instead of the one onto a track. Got 2 individual sheets controlling the main boom. Replaced one of the ropes because it was badly frayed, dangerous and needed to be replaced. I've already done that. Then I thought, well, let's be nice. I needed to have a success today. It's raining and I can't get anything done. So I decided to replace that one, which is fine, but it's a very stiff rope with this. It'll match up red and white for port, green and white for starboard. Out with the old and in with the new. And there you go. There's a matched pair of sheets. I like it. Just makes the place look nicer. That's really stiff, even after 3 years use. But yeah, it's good stuff. I'll find another use for that. Didn't film it because they were a bit heavy. Got the new batteries, or rather new to me batteries, down below, ready for installation. After more than 40 days of drought here in North Island of New Zealand, it's finally raining and we need it. But I've been very lazy. I knew this was coming, but I made no proper preparation for waterproofing the porthole that's out. I think I've stopped it now. I've had to put a tarpaulin over the outside. I had that plastic bag up, but there's water dribbling in everywhere. Seems to be slowing down. Good job not a submarine, would be sunk by now. I've heaped everything I can on the outside of the open porthole. I got water everywhere. I nearly got the computer soaked as well. I had a hatch open. Anyway, we're okay. No damage done. It's been one of those days I just couldn't get any work done today. But there you go. That's owning a boat, you know. Some days you just I went for a cycle and sat in the park, ate a sandwich just to get off the boat. Sometimes the boat can be too much. Yeah, the guys have got a lot of work on. Their rudder's off, their propeller's missing. So I'm quite happy with my boat. Those guys have got so much work. Feel sorry for them. Anyway, back to my boat. Today's sanding day, and I'm sanding down 2-pack filler, which is on the boat, and it's hard as hell. Up the ladder, down the ladder. That's life at the moment. A noisy main road. Boat covered in dust from the land, which is normal here when the boat's out of the water or anywhere. It's a nice view of the river, but golly, I need to get back in the water. I really, really do. Sometimes a drink won't do it. $2 here buys you an ice cream. $2 ice cream almost every day. About this time it's ice cream time. Finished sanding off the decks, or pretty much all filled, all good, but still a lot more to do. Hello, with some drunken friends here. I'm not going to tell you just how many beers we've had. We'll do that. We'll do that as a Facebook, like, ha!
Yay!
Excellent.
Oh, we got the
Yay!
It's a really clear sky. Look, there's some people on the boat.
Oh no!
There's some people on the boat. They know my cousin Sally, and they've come to drink all my beer.
We have, and we have done.
And they've done a very good job.
Good job of it. Yes. And we've got to go home and eat now.
They've got to eat.
But eating's cheating, so there you go.
And we'll probably drink some more.
Oh, we're doing selfies here.
We're doing. Down we down.
Selfie.
I need to be taller.
Getting visitors off the boat while we're like 20 feet high in the sky.
I know, it's a bit bizarre, isn't it?
No, it is weird.
Look at these lovely. So they don't even know where they're going. Look, one's going one way, one's going the other. Ciao, ciao. Safe journey back home.
I feel a little bit guilty because I didn't really have any food to give them. I'm not sort of set up for entertaining at the moment with the boat being on the hard, but I did have some cans of beer. So I kept them well watered. I love randomness like that. My cousin Sally called me up, said 2 of her friends in town, could they come over? Cool. Thanks, guys. Wonderful night. It was a great interlude into what was becoming a hard drudge, getting the boat ready for sea again. It was a never-ending cycle of sanding, grinding, and painting. The rust never seemed to disappear no matter how hard I tried. But try I did. The work went on and on. And then the new beer cooler arrived. Oh, yes.
Yeah. And you've got to have cold beer around here.
Cold beer. So
Yeah.
that's going on, right? Okay, Mo's going up there. There's loads of junk, but you're sure you find your way around. I was going to lift it up, but on the promise of a cold beer out of this when it's going, he's volunteered to do the lift. The guardrails on here are not fixed, so don't lean on them. Yeah. Hope it goes through the companionway. I didn't think about that.
We've got a sledgehammer.
We can. Right, I'll tell you
Sure, we
what.
can make these things happen.
Move that out. Move that out.
No animals
this
will
is
hurt
good.
in this process.
I will go
hope.
down.
All right.
Get a handle.
Yeah, I'll get to that. Hold on, I'm with you.
Okay, I got him now.
That, mate.
Look at it.
You're gonna be.
That's a tight fit. I'll sort that in a minute. Yeah.
I have a passion for ice cream, especially when I've been living in parts of the world where you can't get a decent ice cream. Here in town, they have a place called a Fudge Shop, and they have some of the most delicious ice cream I've ever had. So after more hot work, what better to cycle into town and have a piece of awesomeness. But then, of course, it's back to work.
Got my most dangerous piece of kit out, the grinder. And she's going to do some work today. Got a stainless steel cutting disc on there, which hopefully will go through the mild steel that I've got to cut. This is the lazarette. It's on its side, so you can't really tell what's what. But basically, she sits down here. There's a lip, but it binds at the back. It's a bit like a door hinge in effect, and she's binding here. And that's wearing away, rusting, and it's caused all this problem here. Also, on the part that it sits on, it keeps rusting. So what I'm going to do is take that cut out there. And we're going to put some rubber feet on the bottom here, which will hold her off and hopefully stop any rusting in the future. That's the plan anyway. And I can't find my safety glasses, so I'm having to wear sunglasses instead. Been raining quite a bit, so I'm limited about what I can actually do. Already done the other side of the boat. I've done that quarter there, and now I'm working on the bits down there. You can see up there she's a dirty girl. You can see better from up here. Move the scaffold now because I got on to the last bit. This is what I've been cleaning off. It's rust stain that originally came from the deck when the deck had rust problems, and it dribbled down the side of the boat and made such a terrible mess. But as you can see over here, I just finished cleaning. What a difference. Still lots of work to do under here, all along the boat. Some painting also under here. The main deck's got to be overcoated with anti-slip. Now that's finished. And some of the rest of this all made good. I went into the office this morning to do some things, and they're like, "Oh, there's a big parcel for you." I'm like, "Whoa!" Turns out it's my new mainsail. So I bought this rather nice place here. There's a piece of grass just down from the marina. It belongs actually to the Shackleton's scout group. Well, I met Shackleton's granddaughter, so I guess that allows me to unfurl my my sail here. Need to lay it on the ground have a look at it, see what's what, and see if the measurements are somewhere close to what I need. Here's hoping. Wow. I thought that was the colour for a minute. That's in there. Okay, good. Okay. I think that'll do.